guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin for those that are new here, and in today's video, as you could have seen from the title, I'm going to be doing unpopular opinions or unpopular opinion why people don't share business tips. Okay, and I did my last video that I did on, I think, 5 money habits that I'm practicing. I said at the end of the video that if you'd like me to film a video with this topic, you should please thumbs up that video, and a lot of people actually did that. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and film the video. And also shout out to all the nice people that left really lovely comments. I said I was looking fresh in that video, my skin was glowing. I think it's just where I'm seated, to be honest, because I'm sitting directly in front of a large window, and sometimes the sun is good and sometimes the sun is not so great. The lighting is not so great, yeah. So I think that's what gave that kind of, you know, yellowish glowy kind of look. But anyway, thank you. So I decided to do the video again here, and hopefully today I look equally as beautiful, and the video is very pleasing to the eyes. So if you'd like to know more, definitely keep watching. Okay, so first things first, I know that when people talk about business tips, business, you know, nuggets, things that have helped them, people always talk about the cliche, you know, tell us exactly what you did, tell us how you achieved this, tell us what you watched, tell us the books that you read, blah, 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 and not just, oh, I went out of my comfort zone. Okay, so when you went out of the comfort zone, where are the areas that you visited? What are the zones that you visited? I know a lot of people, you know, say stuff like that, and most times, the what would I say, the average reason or the most popular reason why people think that people don't share their business tips is because they feel like they don't want to empower other people. They don't want other people to also have the same level of success or exposure like them. So they're afraid of competition. You know, they said there's a popular saying that says, you know, you never take someone to where you're buttering your bread. You know, always keep your business secrets to yourself and all that good stuff. And to be honest, there's an iota of truth in that, in the sense that it's like you can, you know, maybe like ask Coca-Cola what makes Coca-Cola Coca-Cola. They're not going to tell you. Although they might do maybe videos on empowerment, how to do business, but they may not tell you exactly, you know, what they did that makes, or what they use that makes the Coca-Cola taste the way they do. If not, they'll sell the way their unique, you know, selling proposition, for example, unique selling points. So there's that. But what about businesses where you're not producing your own products? Let me say you're just retailing other people's products, or you're like an intellectual service, or you're just, you know, you're not just a, there's no recipe, there's no formula per se. Like, why is it so difficult for people to share their business tips? Now, as I said, the average opinion is that people don't want anyone to be like them. But I'm going to tell you, with my own experience, you guys, I've been doing business officially for about maybe 5-6 years. So I think, even maybe more, but I said officially for a purpose, I think maybe I would have enough, you know, excuses or enough information to be able to do this video. So yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, I think the number one thing why people do not share their business tips, you guys know, if you watch my YouTube video, I share a lot of stuff. Like, I share literally everything. Sometimes when people ask me questions, I'm like, can you just go and watch my YouTube video on blah blah blah? But they won't watch it, and they'll still rather just ask you, you know. So I think the number one thing that I would say a lot of people do not like sharing their business tips is because they feel that they shouldn't give it freely, right? People feel like, you know, if you want the tips that I'm sharing with you from my own expertise, you should pay for it. If not, you won't place value on it. And to be honest, there's an element of truth to that. I find out that sometimes when you get the opportunity to counsel people, to talk to people, and I mean business-wise, like for counseling, you find out that they are so fired up, and then you follow up week 1, week 2, month 1, month 2, they still haven't done anything. But whereas if they had paid for that service, the priority, or what's the probability rather, pardon my choice of word, the probability that they would have, you know, they would implement what you have told them during maybe say your counseling session or whatever is probably higher, because they've paid for it, they've exchanged it. It's like saying you buy a MacBook, because you paid for it, you probably will use it, but maybe somebody gave it to you for free. You may not always always value it. You know, that's not always the case, as I always say, but you get what I'm saying in the sense of sometimes people don't give information freely because they feel that people would not value it except they pay for it. But if you pay for it, they probably will be willing to give you the tips. That's why, for example, people that let me do trainings on here, you guys, you know, there's a lot of free information on YouTube. But I know people that, in fact, one of my very good friends, she charges like, let me use it in pounds so that will be general, like let me say £250 for a class. I think it's a 2 or 3 hour class, and she'll teach you one-on-one. She'll tell you all the things that she does, at least to the best of my knowledge, and you will learn and you take it away with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And she doesn't provide the materials. You learn everything. You bring your own stuff. You're paying for the knowledge. Some people can just watch my own YouTube videos or watch another person's YouTube video and learn the same thing, but some people need that one-on-one touch. They need that certification. I trained with blah 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 hair studio. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's one thing. So some people would rather just pay for learning. And as I said, sometimes it's true. More than often it's true. Another reason why people do not share their business tips is because some people they cannot say for certain exactly what has worked. It's like, as I said, business is a life-changing journey. It's like something we're doing for 3 years, and then some new entrepreneur just comes here and say, how did you make it? I find that that's a very unintelligent question to ask, in the sense that, how did you do it? Like, how did I do what? Are you talking about my sourcing? Are you talking about marketing? Are you talking about gathering followers? Are you talking about building trust? Are you talking about customer service? Are you talking about finances? Are you talking about tax? What? How did I do what? You know, you cannot expect someone that has been building a brand, building a business consecutively day and night to just give you like a scheme of work, because it's a profession, but it's not a course. It's not a, even if the person decides to do like an e-learning course for you to learn, trust me, you can only get 70% of them, because as they are doing, it's not like I say they're not doing it with the intention of teaching other people. They're doing it, some of them, like, they make mistakes and they learn. So they're doing it, they're learning on the job, literally. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not something that you can just teach the person when it's not a skill that you do by hand. It's not baking, it's not hairdressing that, let me say, you know that if you paint it this way, you definitely get the same result. I'm talking about business in itself as a profession. Yeah? So that's another reason I would say that people don't share their knowledge, because they really just don't know how to put it in a wholesome. That's why I tell people that teaching is actually a skill. The ability to teach people and tell people what you've learned effectively is a skill. Some people say, oh, how did you do your logo? They'll say, just go online and do it. Or some people say, you know what, you log on to www, you do this, you do that, or I paid this person, here's this person's contact. So I think some people just don't know how to teach, so they cannot give you any business tip, especially when you're asking, as I said previously, unintelligent, not well-rounded, evasive, or just bogus questions. That's the word, bogus questions. So that's the 3 reason why I think people do not share their business tips is because of copycats. You guys, I know that they say, you know, copycat is the largest form of flattery, but that's one thing that pisses me off. It's one of my pet peeves. I always tell people that after maybe ill-mannered people, it's probably people who don't use their initiative. Now, I know that they say that nothing is new under the sun, but I believe that if you see someone doing something very well and you want to replicate what they're doing, I'm putting it in quotes because I'm choosing my words carefully, why don't you sit and brainstorm a way that, you know, why don't I do my own this way to reflect my own values, my own style, not just going, this thing is this, their logo is bringing women joy, you do not put your own, bringing women happiness. Like, really? Like, so I think that one big fear for entrepreneurs is they're afraid of people just going up and just replicating their business. You guys, for instance, Zara and Zekiel Cosmetics. If you look at the packaging, it's the same thing. Everything is the same. It's like, imagine you building a brand for 10 years and someone that just has capital just comes and just say, you know, I'm just going to copy everything this company has done. I'm just going to change 3 letters in their, or 3 letters in their name. So something like that. So that's the reason why a lot of people they're afraid of sharing. But however, obviously from the Christian perspective, I understand that, you know, knowledge is such a beautiful currency. As I'm telling you these things, I still have it. I've not lost it. The more you spend it, the more you have it. In fact, the more you teach, the better it gets. Do you get? So I feel like you should still keep giving, just always have a balance. You're not going to come and tell me as an entrepreneur and say, oh, can you please take me to where you are? Let me give a very good example. Let me say I sell tops, for instance, right? And everyone sells, let me say, this top for 5,000, and I'm able to sell my own for 3,000 and still make good profits. And you come and meet me and say, Tosin, this is your top, I really like it. You are selling it so affordable, so cheaper than other brands. How are you able to source it? I'm going to be very real. Only an unwise business person will say, oh yeah, let me take you to the factory in China in which they produce it for me at cheaper. No, that's your unique selling proposition. I am not going to take you to my vendor If not, I'm going to have removed what makes me different in the market. What makes people come and shop with me? What makes people say, ah, this Tosin's tops are so quality yet so affordable? What makes me stand out? Then they'll just go and buy from you. Although price is just one reason, one of many reasons why people buy from another and from a vendor. But if that's your unique selling proposition, it's just daft, very unintentional. In fact, God, the Holy Spirit will knock you, because you need to have a lid on your lips. Okay, it's not everything that you sourced as a business that you're going to share with the world. So those things should be kept to yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's some things that you can actually share, like, oh, for example, something you can share is maybe the person that prints your designs is just a vendor. The same way you found him is the way another person will found him. Oh, how did you, how are you able to, even as cliche as, oh, your caption are well spaced out. How did you do it? If I now send you my own caption, I say, okay, this is the caption on my pictures. This is how they're well spaced out. It's less for you to now tweak it to your own business, not the one that literally the bullet points, the icons, you don't even change anything. You get what I'm saying? So those are some of the reasons why I think that people don't really like to share, because some people are they're so, what's the word, intellectually lazy. Yeah, they're so intellectually lazy that your designs verbatim, they want to recreate it. Your words, your caption, they'll copy it even with the typos. Come on, like, that's one of the reasons why people don't like to share business tips, because they feel like when they share, people will just jump on it and replicate it. Although, as I said, there's a balance, there's a way to also share in a way that even when they replicate it, it doesn't really affect your own business. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's that. Number 4 tip why I think that people don't like to share business tips is because of competitors or competition. In the sense that if you go online, right, and you do a video, let me say you're a makeup artist, right? You'd go online and you do a video on your pricing model. Maybe you're a YouTuber as well. This is how I price my, my makeup. So let's say it takes me 1 hour to finish your makeup. I charge you, let me say I value myself 10,000 naira per hour, for instance. And then my utilities, you're using my studio, air conditioning, we put on generator fuel. I factor all those overheads and I add an extra, let me say 2005, so that's 12,500. So let me say my name is Tosin and I'm a really good makeup artist, for instance. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm just saying, and I've built my brand to a point where if you say Tosin did your makeup, it gives you some level of swag, and that's fine. It's just like luxury goods like Chanel, Prada, Gucci, name it, whatever the designers are, luxury goods. And say let me add another 2,500, so hence my makeup is now 15,000 naira. Right? So that's how much I charge for, let me say, walk-ins in my studio. Now I go online and I share these amazing tips. Then my competitor will now come and write Instagram caption or go and advertise and say, you get a luxury feel but affordable price. They will not write them saying, we don't charge you for air conditioning, we don't charge you for brand, we only charge you for the work. It's just ruthless marketing. So they'll not be like, unlike some people, we're only going to charge you 10,000 naira when you come to the studio. Do you know you can effectively market your business without undermining the efforts of another brand? You can effectively position your business as a leader in the industry without sabotaging another brand. You can say, if everybody's item is 12,000, you don't need to spoil the general market price by making your own 11,500. Sometimes you're even shooting yourself in the foot. You're not even making, but just so that you can stay ahead, you're just doing yourself a disservice, because what happens is you're making money but you're not able to replow because you're not making enough, you're not getting enough turnover. I think that's the word. You're not making enough profits. You're making turnover, you're not making enough profits, so you're not able to plow back. So when your mates are opening 3 branches because you are shortchanging yourself just to be the cheapest makeup artist, you won't be able to open another branch. So you get what I'm saying? So I think that's another reason why people do not, share business tips, because when they share business tips, people will use those tips that they've shared to, that's the word I'm trying to say. They'll use those tips that they've shared to go and sabotage them in their own marketing endeavors. Yeah? So that's number 4. Now, last but not least, I think another reason why, people don't share business tips online or things that have helped them is because I think a lot of them are not just confident in themselves. So maybe they don't think like, what have I even achieved that I want to share? And especially with this, prevalent social media age, you'll be like, I barely even have 2,000 followers. What kind of class can I organize? What have I possibly learned? What have I done? And they keep forgetting that there's always a lesson to be taught. Like, you can always teach somebody something. You know, I tell people something is that everyone can have an eyebrow tutorial online, but they just want to see how you do your own. Okay, Tosin, yes, I know everybody does eyebrow tutorials. I just want to see how you, Tosin, do your own eyebrows. So do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of people undermine themselves. They don't think that they are qualified. They don't feel like they have enough expertise. They don't feel like they have achieved anything. They are probably measuring their intelligence by what's in their bank accounts. They'll be like, I don't even up to $1 million in my account. My business has not even made enough profit of 5K. What can I teach? But you forget that sometimes the lessons you have to teach, you don't even know who is going to, like, you know, encourage. It can be a lesson like, you might just be 2 weeks in business, but you'll be able to say that, you know what, this is how to do logistics. This is how to ensure that my deliveries arrive at the appropriate time. Maybe I should not be promising my customers next day delivery. Maybe 1 to 2 working days or same day delivery. If they order after 8 o'clock, they will not get same day delivery. It's better to put it up front. You don't know that maybe just sharing that can save another person some, you know, stress or heartache. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel like people don't just feel enough confidence, or they don't have enough confidence in their own craft, or they don't think they are well established to the point where they can sit on a chair and do a YouTube video to teach. And you know, to be honest, I even think that I'm actually sitting on that table, this last table. I didn't initially, when I started doing my business, like, I realized that, God, I've learned so much on this journey. Like, why are people not sharing this? I mean, you guys, you've been following my YouTube from day one. I'm such a sharer. If I try this stew, this recipe and it's working, I want to show you. So that why would you want to go through, you know, unnecessary stress, when if I could watch somebody's YouTube video, it would save me like 3 days of making errors or a year of making errors. Do you get what I'm saying? But I understand that not everyone has that grace, and that's why I don't take what I do for granted. I feel like it's only God that could have put this desire in my heart. Do you get? Because even when I know I probably shared to the point where I'm shooting myself in the foot, like, oh, Tosin, maybe you shouldn't have shared this, too much information. But I did it from a good heart, and I know that sometimes you work with your head, but sometimes you work with your heart. So if your heart is telling you to share, share. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the copycats. Don't worry about the competition. And don't worry about those that are undermining you, that will be sending your videos to your friends. Say, what does this one, when this one start a business that she's sharing, you don't worry about that. If God has put a desire in your heart for you to teach people, my girl, teach away. Okay? So yes, that's about it for this video. I hope this video was very, very interesting. I hope it was nice to watch. I hope you enjoyed. And please, you guys, when you guys leave comments, it's so encouraging. I don't know how you watch my video to this point and you will not leave a comment. Like, watch all my adverts that show, leave a comment, like this video, share this video with your friend. YouTube has made it so easy. You can just copy the link and paste it to your Instagram, record snippets as I'm watching. Any point that jumped out to you, you can rewind, record it, share it to your Insta story so that more people can learn. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and you leave a comment. And until next time, stay blessed. Bye bye.